I want to quickly talk about flat fee processing and can you really benefit from flat fee processing if you're a merchant? Let's talk about that because there's a lot of confusion in the economy when it comes to flat fee credit card processing. So let me first talk about flat rate percentage. So if you think about flat fee processing, you think about affordability for merchants, but you think also about scalability. In other words, you can actually you have a pricing model that you can really stick to. I mean, stick to. You can really absorb in a long time in a long period. So a flat rate percentage is a fixed percentage that you pay for every transaction. So while this might seem simple, it ends up costing you much more money in the long run. Okay, because you are always paying more than interchange, which is the direct cost of processing, and the merchant services provider is pocketing the rest. Think about it. So this might be a good option for business owners who are very low volume or ones that rarely accept credit cards. If you are in that situation, then the flat fee pricing model is good for you. However, this payment structure punishes businesses trying to scale and grow, especially if they're trying to grow in multiple geographies, because your payment processor is making money off every one of your transactions. You actually end up paying more, okay, in the long run. Let me explain a little further. So, when you think about a flat rate percentage, of course, it is very easy to understand that you have interchange fees and markups that are bundled together. The fee breakdown is not very transparent, right? You don't know what you're actually paying for. And this is ideal for new businesses that don't process a lot of credit cards. So, one of the most popular examples of a company that uses this pricing structure is actually Square. So, Square's fee is a flat 2.6% plus 10 cents for contactless payments, as well as swiped and inserted credit card payments. Meanwhile, keyed in credit card transaction fees are 3.5% plus 15 cents per transaction. This means what? It means that basically you you pay those same percentages for every transaction, regardless of the type of card used or the industry you're in. So while this seems simple, it may end up costing you much more money over the long run. This is because a flat rate credit card processing bundles up the interchange fees with the processor's markup. So something to really think about. So what I'm trying to say here is that you have to understand that interchange rates are variable and can range from 0.05% to 3.17%, depending on factors like the type of card used, the processing method, etc. Okay, that said, the average interchange rate is about 1.8 to 2% for credit card payments and 0.3% for a debit card. So it's a lot cheaper for debit cards. Okay, it's also important to note that the interchange fees are paid to the issuing bank and are determined by credit card brands like Visa, MasterCard, Discover, and American Express. So what happens here is that let's say, when you are on a flat rate percentage structures, if you are using a structure like Squares, you would be paying at least 2.6% per transaction, even if the interchange cost related to that sale is often significantly lower because Square is actually pocketing the difference. Okay, so this is so while the payment structure is very easy to understand, it's not always the most cost-effective option. That's because you are almost always paying more than the interchange rates, which is the direct cost of processing. The rest of what you pay belongs to the payment solutions provider. In this case, Square. So let me give you a flat rate percentage example. I will be putting this on the screen so that you can really see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's say you process 20,000 in credit cards in a given month, and you had say 200 transactions, 200 transactions. So with a flat rate merchant services provider like Square, here is how much you would pay. So again, I'm putting this on the screen so you can see things step by step. 20,000 times 2.6%, that's 520. 200 transactions times 10 cents, that's $10. So your payment cost, actually, your payment processing cost would be 540, 540, right? 520, 520, okay. And so you have an extra cost, extra addition. I'm sorry, it's not actually it's actually 540, but it's 200 transactions times 10 cents. It's actually $20, not $10, but $20. So who can really benefit from flat rate percentages? Let's talk about that. I mean, when you think about a flat rate percentage, this could be a great option for micro or, let's say, small business owners who are very low volume. I want to insist on that, very low volume. Or if you are a merchant that rarely accepts credit cards. So if you're a type of business that's mostly cash based and rarely accept credit card and debit cards, then a flat rate payments processors may be a good option for you, especially from a scalability point of view. This may also be ideal if you are just starting out and are not sure about the number of sales that you will generate. Like, let's say you are new to the market and you're trying to really see exactly what kind of stuff the market has to offer. That's really good because you are in a discovery mode. Okay, so this is really good. However, this payment structure punishes small businesses trying to scale and grow, since your payment processor is making money off every one of your transactions. You end up paying higher fees the more you sell. Okay, so what about membership pricing or flat rate fee? Which one should you go for this year? Well, the thing is that a flat rate fee is a fixed dollar amount that you pay a payment solutions provider, usually monthly. This is also referred to a monthly membership or monthly maintenance fee. And a flat rate fee is designed to cover all aspects of your processing other than interchange in one convenient cost. So what happens here is that you have certainty, you have clarity from a budgetary point of view. You know exactly how much you will have to pay, okay? And you also have transparency because basically you have the ability to know what you're paying for and the kind of benefits you can expect. So let me give you a membership pricing at a glance. So you pay the direct costs of interchange, no markups on top of interchange fees. The fee breakdown is transparent. I mentioned that earlier. The transparency is really what's really triggering this whole conversation. Okay, and this is ideal for growing businesses that process 10,000, at least 10,000 in credit card payments. So with membership pricing, you pay for the direct cost of interchange without a markup from your payment processor. This means what? It means that if a transaction's interchange cost is 1.5%, say, then that's exactly how much you'll pay. And credit card processing companies that use a membership model simply charge you a flat monthly fee to access direct interchange rates. So, who can really benefit from membership pricing? Because we're talking about flat fee processing versus membership pricing. So, it really depends on your strategy, okay? So, if you are a business that has a large credit card processing volume, you would benefit the most from membership based payment processing. While flat rate markups can balloon the more credit cards you process, a membership payment structure means that your monthly fees remain relatively flat, even if your processing volume increases. Okay, so this is kind of cool because it helps you in terms of scalability. And ultimately, this leads to higher profits that you can reinvest back into your business. So let me give you an example here so you can see exactly the kind of strategy I want you to really think about. So I'm going to put this on the screen, okay? So if you process 20,000 in credit cards in a given month and you had 200 transactions, here is how much you would pay when you sign up with a membership provider. Okay, So you have 20,000 times 1.8. That's actually 360, right? And the membership fee, in this example, we're using stacks. So if the membership is $99, your payment processing cost will be $459, right? So 360 plus $99. So in this scenario, the credit card processing fees for a membership structure are much lower than a flat rate percentage provider. And especially if you are trying to scale things, you will love this model more. Okay, and so how do you choose between rate flat rate and membership pricing this year? The thing is that let me give you a few tips that will help you actually decide between a flat rate and membership pricing this year. So the first thing you want to do here is to run the numbers. If you want to choose between flat rate and membership rates, you want to run the numbers. I mean, without running the numbers, you will have no idea about what works for your specific situation, right? Every situation is different, and you got to have a clear idea of what really works for you. So run the numbers, okay? So you want to calculate the fees. You want to use figures from your business, from your own business. And specifically, what you want to do is that you want to really go as granular as possible. So you want to know your total processing volume, your number of transactions, and your average transaction value. In other words, not only the volume, okay, but also the amount, okay. So that's actually the foundation of the analysis, okay. So from there, you want to run the numbers using the fees quoted to you by your provider, and because what you want to see is that you want to see where you land with those numbers. Know your payment types and type of transactions too. So first thing first, you need to run your numbers. Number two, you want to understand exactly your payment types and the types of transactions, because payment types will have a different impact on your cost. Okay, so that's the second thing. You want to get an idea of the types of payments you accept the most. Are you a cash-based business? Do you do a lot of card present transactions? Do your customers prefer credit cards, or do you get a lot of high-end rewards cards? So these things can greatly influence interchange rates, okay, and they can affect how much you end up paying. This is important. And you also want to know your preferences. That will help you. So flat rate percentage processing is designed to be easy to understand. You pay a single percentage across the board and don't have to worry about variable fees. Meanwhile, payment processors that use membership or interchange plus pricing may be a tad more complex in that they break down the different fees that you are paying. So when you are reviewing your statements, you will see, let's say, a breakdown of the interchange rates, assessment fees, account fees, and other costs. So the latter actually is a great model for transparency, and it's why many entrepreneurs actually prefer membership pricing. It allows you to see exactly how much you are paying. So that's really important. So let me give you some final words here. So if you think about flat fee processing, you need to understand that it's all about scalability. Okay, so understanding the difference between flat rate percentages and fees will help you scale your business big time. Will help you also think smarter and make better decision. And that's what you want. You want to really be in a situation where you can make better decision, and so you are able to also have no hidden fees, no contracts, nothing. Okay, and this is kind of cool from a scalability point of view. And should you go with flat fee this year? Definitely, because remember, flat fee is a payment structure where a fixed percentage or a fixed dollar amount is charged for every transaction, right? So from a clarity point of view, you could be happy. I mean, this pricing structure is often used by payment processors and can be in the form of a flat rate percentage or a flat rate fee, okay, or membership pricing. And a flat rate percentage actually is a fixed percentage that you pay for every transaction, okay. And it's important to understand that the flat rate fee or membership pricing actually helps you in terms of clarity, because this is a fixed dollar amount. If you go with a flat rate fee or membership pricing, it's a fixed dollar amount that you pay a payment solutions provider, usually monthly. The fee covers all aspects of your processing other than interchange in one convenient cost. And with membership pricing, you pay for the direct cost of interchange without the markup from your payment processor. So this is kind of cool from a flexibility point of view, and also from a scalability point of view. So it's important to understand, if you talk about flat fee processing, you have to really understand what interchange really stands for, because when it comes to credit card processing, interchange is a quintessential concept. Okay, so interchange refers to the direct cost of processing a transaction. It is what it is. Okay, let me just repeat. Interchange refers to the direct cost of processing a transaction, and interchange rates are variable and can range from 0.05% to 3.17%, depending on factors like the type of card used, processing methods, etc. So, and just remember that the numbers I gave you a little earlier, the average interchange rate is 1.81% for credit card payments and 0.3%. And that's really good, 0.3% for debit cards. And these fees are paid to the issuing bank and are determined by credit card brands like Visa and MasterCard. And if you think about a flat rate percentage, think about a pricing model that can be really beneficial for micro or small business owners who have very low volume or rarely accept credit cards. This might be a good option for businesses that are mostly cash based and rarely accept credit cards and debit cards. Okay, and so that's for a flat rate percentage. What about membership pricing? Well, if you are a business that has large credit card processing volumes, you benefit the most from membership based payment processing, because as your processing volume increases, a membership payment structure means your monthly fees remain relatively flat, leading to higher profits. And this is really cool from a flexibility point of view. Okay, and so to actually choose a credit card processor that offers flat rates or membership pricing, you need to know your total processing value, your number of transactions, your average transactional value, the payment types, okay, and types of transactions. So this is really cool. In conclusion to this conversation, I spoke to you about flat fee processing. I walked you through the whole concept. Thank you so much. God bless you. I will see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.